Oh my god, that video was hard to watch twice. Okay, maybe a couple more times. And then the other one too. And then back again, and then. Okay, so we gotta do this quick. I don't wanna waste your time. I had to fucking pour. So we did a lot of walking today. Go to the store. You don't want to hear it. But anyways, fucking crazy fucking day. And then the whole Nick Shirley chat, fucking gone. Poof, gone. So that's one. Breathe. So we had to redo the chat. Chat's already redone. Then we had to go back over here to go find the video so I don't look like fucking crazy guy with a beard. It's the weirdo with the beardo. Oh. Apparently, you can cut a video that you have up there without affecting the upload date. I know I'm not crazy, so we went back and through our history, and I did see his video on Friday. I had it up there, but anyways, it's there Friday. Go back and see it again, and I can't find the clip that I'm looking for. Completely gone. So if anybody has the video with Nick Shirley doing the New York scammers on the street selling, there's a part with a lady that's on the street with her head bent over, yelling at Nick, "Good job," or something like that. And right before, there's an altercation between Nick Shirley, the sellers, and an officer that's Asian. That's the clip I'm looking for. Not there. Trust me, we've been taking for a while. I'm like, son of a bitch, I said I was going to go live in a little bit. So, you got your money. It's awesome. A couple days. Poof. Now you can go fight it. That shit will wreck you. So, if you got that in that many days, maybe you want to ask for another one to do this. I thought of this in a couple ways. I mean, you could do it this way, where you would probably have the police called on you. I don't know if you would get arrested, but you might get a fine or whatever. But it would just show that this is not how you do this kind of investigation. If you would dress up like Nick Shirley, have an old guy, clipboard, have a bunch of bodyguards with a face mask on, and do the same thing to a white run, an adult daycare center, they're calling the police. They ain't answering any of your questions. So you could do that, and I think people would pay to see that. I know I would. But you could do this way, is do the walkthrough on how to open up an adult daycare center. And you will see that there's a big loophole in this whole thing of, look, it's fraud. Look, I got numbers on a paper. That doesn't mean anything. That's how the program works. You applied to open up an adult daycare center. I have one up on my screen right now for Minnesota. You have an ordinance. You have an ordinance with all the things that you need to do to open up an adult daycare center. If you don't do them, you cannot have them. And between Nick Shirley and Dr. Oz, they're controlling the narrative. Nick Shirley, probably not so much. I think he's just a patsy and they're just kind of pumping him along, because you have Dr. Oz going, look, your taxpayer money is being used for Tai Chi workout when it could be used for life-saving medical procedures. Well, that's false narrative there, buddy, because you are required to exercise your elderly people. Otherwise, the American people ain't paying that. That's what it's there for. It's there to exercise your elderly people because it helps them, and they're poor and they can't afford it. Just like this building that I live in right now is a HUD building, and they brought someone in on taxpayer money to do chair exercises. Did we commit fraud? No, because it is a requirement for your HUD building to provide exercises to your elderly people. That's how it works. Minnesota, if you have your elderly people more than 4.5 hours, you must feed them, a requirement to get said government funding. So if you claim all these fraud things, you're going to have a paper guy. Instead of going to the building, you could just go to the paper guy and say, hey, this guy checked out. And if you find fraud in the paperwork, and I'll get to that in a second, and this is where it just blows the fraud all over. If you're going to say you have fraud and you have X amount of whatever, 7,000, well, and if you just talk to a poor person, I mean, this would be a simple interview for you. You could just go out and talk to anyone that's poor and has Medicare. So I'm poor, so I've been on it for quite some time. Been fighting my Social Security for over 8 years. So you have a Medicare, Medicaid, or Medicaid, or Medicare, Medicaid, and Medicare, and you have a long freaking number, and you must give this number over the phone, and then you finally talk to a person for any, and then it also goes for, so if you're saying you have fraud, you should have a whole lot of doctors' names. If you don't have any doctors' names, you're pushing a false narrative. So, family doctor, hey, check me out, x-ray, hey, you know what, you need to see a specialist. Do you see the specialist that day? No, but you get a date. Here's your date, but that goes back to Social Security. Someone there looks at it, says, okay, this person checks out, we're going to approve it. They approve it. You go see the specialist sees you, hey, you need this device. It gets written up. You don't get it that day. It gets sent back over to them again. They look at it. Oh, are we going to pay for this? Yep, taxpayer money's going to pay for it. It gets sent through. You get the thing. You go pick it up at the pharmacy, and there you go. 3 people's names that you can get because you have to sign for all. Oh, you talk about rides. You don't see anyone in the rides, and they're making money? Well, let me tell you something. Same thing there. To get a ride, like me being poor and 8 years fighting Social Security and neck and arm and L4, L5 fusion, waiting on L3 to be fused. To get a ride, you have to call 3 days in advance. You have to get the numbers. They talk to you. Okay, where are you going? You have to get the place, the phone number, the address. They put you on hold. They call them to verify that you're a patient there and you're going to be there. They get back on the phone. Before they get back on the phone, they trace to see whether or not there's a bus route there. If there's a bus route there, guess what? We're sending you bus tickets. That's how it works here in Wisconsin. So even if they're making money in rides, where are the doctor's signatures? If it's going on for 7 years on some of these cases, where are all the doctors? They have to sign up in all this. Just talk to any poor person. It's difficult just to get normal care. But it's great for film, right? You go to a place where they don't speak English, don't know the law that well, or have no clue on what's going on at all. But you do that to a white-run one, that ain't flying at all. You go in there in plain clothes and have people, what is it, like security or whatever, with hoodies. Yeah, they're not answering anything. They're locking the place up and they're calling the police. But this is something you should really blow wide open, because I believe it's a false narrative to go after Obamacare, just to push this narrative. And just so you know, I thought of this in a couple different angles, like asking for another GoFundMe. You could ask for another GoFundMe and go through all the other videos that he did, find all those people, and have those people file for small claims against Nick Shirley and everybody that posted a video about Nick Shirley. If there's no charges filed against them, they're allowed to do that. And that was on the other one. So with Nick Shirley's videos, anybody that's airing Nick Shirley's videos and they find out that they are fully licensed and they're not breaking the law, they could actually sue Nick Shirley, can't they?
Yeah, that's right. If his video is making false accusations about lawful businesses, that could be defamation. They'd have to show that it harmed them, but if they did, they
and also with the street vendors, that they can show their tax ID number and their peddler's license, which you are required to have. Otherwise, you'll just get a fine over and over again. So you pay the $100 or whatever it is in New York, plus the tax ID number. So they are paying their taxes. He walks away and says, no, they're not paying their taxes, which he has no clue what their tax record is. So it's another lie. And those people could sue as well.
Exactly, yeah. Have their paperwork in order, their license and tax ID, they could absolutely push back.